Hello? 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 Alright. Everything's looking good on my end. OBS and YouTube are both happy. Says we've got a good connection. That is good. So, let's get something set up here real quick. Alright. Okay. Today's stream, the main goal is to land on Eeloo. Last stream, we continued designing our Eeloo vehicles. We've made some adjustments. Built rockets for both of them, launched both the lander and the... what do you call it? Calling a blank here, the transfer stage. We docked them in Kerbal orbit. We did a little bit of adjustment with Bill because there wasn't a minor change we had to make with parts, so we just, I think we used some EVA construction real quick. So for today's stream, we're going to get to an Eeloo transfer window, transfer to Eeloo, circularize at Eeloo, land, plant a flag, do science, and hopefully rendezvous and dock, and hopefully, I'm gonna try and fit it all in, come back home as well. Hello, Frank Cirque, how's it going? Alright, let's get going. That is... okay. Let's go to the tracking station, and I need to look up what a Eeloo transfer window is. So I've never done this before. Doing good? I'm good too. Hello, Daryl, how's it going? We are... okay. Which one's Eeloo? It'd be Eeloo, right? Yeah. So it looks like it's a transfer window to Eeloo is... I'm gonna fly this real quick to make sure it's okay. It looks like if we draw a line from Kerbin to the sun to Eeloo, the Eeloo is gonna be about a little bit more than 90 degrees up, like vertical, like ahead of Kerbin. Making sure solar panels are out. We're good on electric charge. Okay. Let's save as... oh, what do we call this thing? Vidar 1, right? Vidar 1 free transfer 1. Cool. Let's back to the tracking station. Okay, sorry if you can hear the snowblower in the background. We got a good bit of snow today. Actually, I believe it is still snowing, but hence why I'm streaming early right now, because I don't have school today. So we can stream for a little longer, which is nice. Oh, this is going to be around Ike 2 for a while. It's interesting. You can go grab that at some point. Alright, let's find... oh, an Eeloo transfer window. Okay. Well, Eeloo's down here, and it really needs to be up here. Like, about there-ish. So here we go. Copious amounts of time warp. And this is our top speed. So we're gonna be here for a few. What should we talk about? Let's talk about our plans for the series. So obviously the goal of the series was personally for me to do all the stuff that I haven't done in KSP, which is never land on anything past the Modern Minmus. So first off, I've already met that goal somewhat, but the Duna and Ike landings. Well, while we're going to Eeloo, we're going to do all of them. We're going to plant all the flags. And that was the main goal, is to plant a flag on everything. But I also haven't... I don't know how to make this faster. I don't know if I can. I also haven't ever... there's a lot of other things I haven't ever done, and even just the stock vanilla KSP without mods. But there are some things with mods that I'm tempted to do another series with mods, and maybe even go interstellar. Use Galaxy. I think it's Galaxies Unbound. Adds other star systems that we can go to. There's plenty of mods that do it, but Galaxies Unbound is the best one probably because we can choose if we want to have just one extra star system, or I think there's like up to 8, but my computer probably wouldn't love that. We're gonna be here for a long time. I should have done this before the stream. Is there a way I can warp this faster? Hello, Amogus. This needs to be up here. Unless I can transfer... this way? Eeloo transfer window. Phase angles, whatever. That's Duna. I don't want Duna. I want Eeloo. I shouldn't be looking at images. Let's just look at all. Launch window planner. Origin Kerbal. Destination Eeloo. Earliest departure. Year 6, day 253. Transfer. Plot it, sure. Okay, we want to go where the Delta V... So that's like the optimal spots up here. Can I zoom in? So, I don't know. We're gonna try and do it in my way. How do you orbit Jewel and see Eeloo? How do I install KSP mods? So either use CCAN, which I know you said you don't like, and the other option is to download them from wherever they come from. So that's either could be SpaceDock, CurseForge, or a GitHub repository, and usually those will be linked to from like find the KSP forums page. Let's try from here. I'm just curious. And then you want to download that mod folder, unzip the folder so it's a normal, like standard folder, and I believe then you drag and drop it into your game data folder, like not into squad, just into the game data folder, and there you go. That's probably not great to explain without any visuals. It'd probably be better if you looked up a tutorial, but that's your crash course. And that, look at that, there's a airstrip right there or something. Or, no, this is the world seam, actually. That's what that is, probably. It still looks like an airstrip and a launch site. Is it? No, it's not. It just looks weird. The only other launch site that's near us is the Desert Airfield. I've seen the KSC. Everything else is not very equatorial. Like, Boomerang's way up here. Alright, what were you gonna do? We were gonna make a maneuver. Down here about. Hi Katie, how's it going? up and up and up to just barely escape. Forgot I can't scroll. And then look at how much a direct transfer is. Here, well, so we want to leave in front of the orbit, and we're currently leaving like vertical to it. Oopsies, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, we take this and we move it, so I think it's that way. A little more. Teensy bit more. That'll do. Set Eeloo as our target. Where's the maneuver node? Dude, I can't. Grr. Okay, maneuver node. I'm gonna try to get retrograde a little bit. Alright, that's not the... Okay, let's try the other way that I saw we could do it. Why does Eve not work for my KSP? So, environmental visual enhancements, I feel like there was something special with how you're supposed to install it, but it's been so long since I did it, I don't remember what it was. So I'm probably not the best person to teach you how to do that, if I'm being honest. Okay, we want to do it there, and then once we escape... Wait a minute. 17 days. Where does that start? 1 year, 15 days? 18 days? 21 days. It's like right here. 18. Add a maneuver there. We're doing maneuvers on maneuvers, but it's okay. This one we will drag. Oh, we got an encounter with Drez? Someone. Oh well. Oh! No, that's a jewel. I want Eeloo. So higher prograde, it looks like. Oh, we had some closest approach marks. This is difficult. I may need to watch a tutorial on this. Or maybe I'll just look up. KSP, how to... Oh, look at that. Get to Eeloo. 101 degrees ahead in orbit. Then perform a plane change maneuver to get orbit across Eeloo's orbit at the point of intercept. More efficient methods use algorithm. Oh, the wiki page for it. So you build a planetary alignment. Option 2 normal. From current to Eeloo. High velocity burn. Get the best counter. The way to do this is to keep your eye on the map screen. Okay. Kerbal orbit. For a brief moment, will be captured by Eeloo's gravity. Be very meticulous when you're burning. So you just do a retro burn. Check to see if Eeloo is in front of Kerbal, 101 degrees ahead. Perform a plane change maneuver. Okay. We will figure that out. What I'm going to do is load the retransfer one save. I'm also going to, this sounds so stupid, but I'm going to literally hold a protractor up to the screen to get as close to 101 degrees as possible. And yes, I just have a protractor at my desk, because I am like that. Alright, let's head to the tracking station again. Alright. Let us take a look-sees. So Eeloo needs to be ahead. Okay. Good to know. Do have a little bit of waiting to do still, unfortunately, but sure, we'll get there. I ain't giving up till we at least get to Eve, or to Eeloo. This is probably the hardest planet to actually get an encounter with. Alright, let's see, is that close to... Hold my protractor up, my handy-dandy protractor. That's pretty dang close, and I'm gonna roll with that for now. Alright, let's fly this guy again, and we will plot our course, or attempt to. Attempt, keyword. Oops, I'm leaving behind the orbit of Kerbal. I want to leave ahead of it. Get a little closer. That's a little bit too far. Go there. That'll work. It's close enough. So that's enough for like a Duna transfer. That's how much like a Duna transfer would be. I'm back. Hello again, Daryl. So use a target. Let's do one all the way back in to grab the maneuver again. I hate. I mean, maneuver nodes are really useful. This game without them would be next to impossible. But I don't. Let's make a maneuver. Just barely escapes. This is how that one tutorial that I saw told us how to get to Duna. It just barely escapes. We can make it like line up. Nice. And then just outside of where it drops us, 19 days, 20 days, 18 days, 17 days, 16 days. 17 days. We'll add one over there. And then this one has to raise our Apple apps. Like, that was a Joule transfer. That's still Joule. This is too much, though. I wonder how high it is actually to get out of the sphere of influence. Oh! That's a lot of number digits. That is... okay, let's undo that, please. It was just a joke game. It was just a joke. It was just a joke. I don't... I'm gonna have to watch a video. Whose encounter is that? That's Joule, but Joule's really easy to encounter. Like, that's also a Joule encounter. So how do we get to Eeloo? Wait, let me pull up that page I was on again, because maybe there's something I'm missing on it. Traveling to Eeloo. Run it perhaps. Slide in the mun. Returning. This is very... Oh, okay, well, I'm going to use the transfer calculator, although I think this is the one I was just on. Origin, Kerbal, destination, Eeloo. Parking orbit is indeed 100 kilometers. Do the maths. 101.42 degrees. But... how... I don't actually know how to do this. Because that's... hold on a minute. No, stop it. Ah! Okay, delete that maneuver. Delete this one. It simply says high velocity ejection. I also don't think our orbits are as well aligned as they could be. Retransfer. No, this is tough. I will figure it out. Launch window planner. This is the one that I used. Celestial body you'll be departing from. To the altitude of your parking orbit, 100 kilometers. Select the celestial body you wish to travel to. That would be Eeloo. To the altitude of the orbit you wish to establish around your destination body. No insertion burn. I will do that on my own. That one's easy. To the earliest departure date to include in the plot. Your 5 day 171. 5 day 1. I'll do 172. There should be your current game time. Click the plot it button. After a few seconds, a plot will appear showing how much LTV is required for different times and times of flight. Click on any point on this plot. That looks like it's right here. Can we zoom in on that, please? What is days? Hold on. Let me zoom back out. $18.75. 426 day years. Let's see. 5 times 426 is 2130. Sorry, this is just gonna take me a minute. Oh, it should be 4 though, because you start on 1704 plus 172 1876 1875. Okay. So we want to depart up here. It's going to be a very long flight time, but very little delta V. If I zoom in there. 2596. You know, it'd probably be easier if I use my phone calculator for this. Again, 1 second here. Okay. So I have 4. So I'm at, how long are the years? Does it say 426? 426 times 4, 1704 plus 172, 1876. And if we need to depart on 2596, 2596 minus 18, it would have been 1876, correct? Yeah. $18.76. 720 divided by 426. 1 year. So we need to go another 1 year and 294 days. Which becomes year 6. So we need to go at year 6. And then 294 plus 465. 465, we have what, 426? That's 426. 39, year 7, day 39. Holy cow. Okay. I figured it out. I have my departure date. Brain cells, imagine having brain cells. There's KSP 1 I've seen since 16th of February. Yeah, we started this a little while back. We started this before KSP 2 released, and I'm going to keep going until I meet the goal of the series, which is to plant a flag everywhere. And considering how we still have Eeloo, Moho, Eve, Gilly, Drez, Jewel, and, well, not land on Jewel, but all of Jewel's moons, we'll be gone for a while, considering how it takes like 2.5, 3 days, or 3 streams to do one of them. But it's fun for me. So our transfer time is at year 7, day 39. Year 7, day 39. Hopefully that calculator did that right. I'm really hoping it did. Okay. Let's time warp to that time, I guess. See you for the first time and I love your idea. I do. I know. I think it was, well, because it's really good for me because I've never even left the Kerbal system. I haven't even, I've never landed on anything or even gone to anything beyond the Mun and Minmus. So when I did Duna and Ike a couple streams ago, that was nice for me. And now we're doing Eeloo. Year 7, day 39. That's when our transfer is. If you say so, game. I'm really hoping that's right, but I think it should be. Year 6 we got a little while ago. Just got to orbit and failed flight of best rocket for Minmus. It's okay, it takes a lot of practice. Although, from what I can tell, between the fact that Eeloo's orbit is not very round, like this is Jewel, but Eeloo's way off from round, and it's also very tilted, it's very hard to get to. Like, Jewel's super easy. We've already encountered it on accident, or when planning this, we've encountered it on accident a couple times. But Minmus and the Mun were hard the first time I did them, but comparatively easy to this. Although I guess this is also the first time I'm doing this, so I don't have experience. I didn't have experience with either. Best thing I can recommend is practice, mess around with maneuver nodes, and tutorials. They're all very, very helpful. Day 39. We're coming up on that now. Alright, here it comes. Day 39. 36, 37, 39, 40. That's good. Okay, let's see if it works. I can't quick save from here. I've got to fly this, though. Half an hour and we're only now about to perform our transfer. Well, the craft is okay, so that's a good sign. I'm actually going to save. Three. There might be a couple of quick saves like that. Just, pull a prograde. Just barely enough to escape. I don't want a Mun encounter. Oh, I'm getting a Mun encounter. I really hope that's boosting me and not pulling me back. What? Wait, I'm so confused. I don't want the Mun encounter. Also, if I'm ejecting at that angle, I should probably go like there. A little more. There? That's pretty in line with it. Now I create... No, it's Jewel encounter. No! If I have those maneuver nodes in KSP when you only got 4 gigabytes DDR3. My KSP runs great. I started playing on a laptop and I just got used to the low frame rate and low quality and stuff. Obviously I'm not now, I've got tons of graphics mods, but I would drop down a lot of your settings, look into your settings, see what you can get rid of. I don't want one encounter. That should be able to enhance your performance a lot. I don't know if there's any like proper like performance enhancing mods for KSP. Right, maneuver. Come on. That's a jewel encounter. Eeloo is so difficult to encounter, but it's also... that might have a play in it. I wonder if it wanted us to be here, because that's when it's at its ascending node? Okay, I have an idea. We're gonna load back... I think this should help. I'm gonna load back to... where is it? Pre-transfer 1. That's like the very beginning, I believe. I'm going to send this thing on an escape trajectory, just so it's basically following Kerbin's orbit around the sun. Right, so which way's forward in its orbit? That way. We'll just add a maneuver here. Drag that out. And right about there. Don't even want to go up at all. Like that. We're just going to go there. Whatever, that looks good. And then let's burn that. These aren't active, right? No. Are you active? Also a no. Okay, they are now. We're gonna try and do our first one. Back but on TV without chat. It's alright. Just hope you enjoy. I know this is usually the best parts when I'm doing the building. The flying of the missions is probably better to be condensed, but that's what the live stream's for. You guys get to watch this, and then whenever I condense it is when you get to have fun. And I skipped the burn. I'm gonna go back. Oh, that's why it would start burning 30-something seconds. Hope we don't burn into the atmosphere too far. Is it a 9-minute burn? Wait, this is a 9-minute burn? Hold on. Oh, it's a 9-minute burn, isn't it? Okay, let's do this one more time, and we're gonna split it up, because that is an uncomfortably large burn. We'll bring it down to a burn that's about half that size. About 450 meters a second. And then we'll do the other half of that burn the second time around. Getting some screenshots. We'll let it burn for now. This is very time consuming. Oh, we're burning to Eeloo, and it's gonna take like 10 minutes in total of burning. We're 40 minutes into the stream. Doing capstone-ish maneuvers was in every single month, doing 2 apogee race maneuvers for 4 months to get to the moon. So good luck, have fun. Well, Capstone did that while everyone else was minding their own business, but now that you guys are watching the stream and I'm doing such a long burn, and I put 2 nukes on this, can you imagine how much worse this would be if it was just 1 nuke? A lot cooler. I know, look at those pink engine plumes. I don't know, they don't look amazing with waterfall. Like, they're definitely different, but I don't think waterfall's texture is working properly, unless that's what that would look like in real life, but the inside plume looks cool. You can see all like the mass jetting out. It's pretty cool. We've got some time, though. There's also a very heavy lander. I don't think the lander has to be that big. We could probably put a drain valve on that to vent some extra fuel. Or just not packed it with as much fuel. What mod for those engines? Waterfall, I believe. But I'm playing with ReStock, so I believe I have the ReStock configs for the engines. But if you're not playing with ReStock or ReStock Plus or whatever, then just get the stock configs. They might look different though. I'm not positive. They look much nicer when you're launching something like through the atmosphere. Only have 160, 150 meters a second left, and it's still gonna take us another, like, I don't know, a lot of time. 50 seconds, maybe? This burn time indicator, there's no way this is 1 minute 25 seconds for that. Actually, it might be, I'm not sure. I'm not great with time on such a small scale. Oh, we are burning. Once this burns over, I'll plot another maneuver node and we'll warp around to it. Thinking of some mods, but not a lot because my game loads from scratch around 30 minutes until VAB from EXA fail. That might be a SSD versus like HDD thing. I'm not terribly positive. Last time I had longer load times is either A, when I have a lot of mods installed, which I uninstalled most of my like parts mods and planet mods for the series. I was trying to keep them in like a separate save file, or a separate folder, but I completely forgot to do that, and now I've got to go reinstall those mods from memory. There's no archive of what they were anywhere, but that'll be after the series is done, of course. And shut down. Oh, toasty those engines are. Alright, let's make another burn for escape. Like so. That's nice. That'll do. An hour. Got no mods and no DLCs. Yeah, mods will, the more like content you have will make it load for longer. Even on my computer, which is, it's not, I'd say it's like low to mid range in the grand scheme of computers. I've got a Intel i5 RTX 2060 and 24 gigs of RAM and 500 gigabytes SSD, and even like RP1 Realistic Progression 1 takes like a considerable amount of time to load. It's like 10-15 minutes. I'll start it up and like watch a whole YouTube video and it'll still be going. You know, I'm going to save this real quick. No! Oh, I'm gonna take that again. Transfer 1 halfway. I'm leaving it as transfer 1 in case we have to do this again. This might be an entire stream full of plotting and figuring this out, which I'm seriously sorry if that's what it turns into, but I don't know. I don't really want to do a lot of the stuff off camera. I kind of want to do everything on camera so you guys can see it all, but... And that's exactly why we quick save, because I missed my start time. Oops. Halfway. i5, 4 gigabytes of DDR3 and HDD, 2010, yeah. That's fine. Just because you have low specs doesn't mean you can't play the game. KSP is probably a great game to run on low... I mean, it's not like the best game you can run on low specs, but... it isn't an awful choice. Lower your terrain quality if that's an option, and aerodynamic effects, even though those are fun. Definitely if you're going to get into mods, though, with little stuff, I would stick to not using graphics mods. If you're on a lower end machine, you kind of have to deal with not having amazing graphics. Bicarbon indeed. There we go, that's a nicer shot of the burn now that we're in sunlight. Okay, let's... we'll ride this burn out as well. Oh, almost pulled the cord out from my microphone. That wouldn't have been fun to fix. Not like I wouldn't have had time for it, though. Mr. 4-minute burn. Capstone's at the moon right now, right? It got there. Just thinking about what you said earlier. Like Parallax, never. Love basic KSP, wants them for colony stations and some plumes. Plumes, I don't think are super crazy, unless you've got like hundreds of engines or something, you know, make a very Kerbal, more boosters thing. Parts, probably at work. I mean, it might affect your performance a bit. I'm not like a doctor on this, scientist, hey, but I think that adding part mods and planet mods would probably more just affect your load times into the game. Do I have a Discord? I don't have a Discord. Maybe when the channel gets bigger, I might. But for now, we're gonna keep it without a Discord. Definitely at some point, but not right now. We're keeping it simple and small. Colony stations and plumes. If you want mod recommendations, trust me, I've played with just about every good quality mod that I can get my hands on for the modern versions of KSP. Feel bad for Bill. Like, Jeb, Val, and Bob are all up in the command module, and Bill's just down in the hitchhiker. But I guess he has the whole thing to himself, and they're technically connected, so. It's about the halfway point of the burn. Hey there, Archie. Archie? I'm thinking it's Archie. No mods is best mods. Artist modelers and BP editors ready. Oh boy. I have tried my hand at making my own mods. I've done a lot of stuff with like module manager and configs and stuff. Basically, just changing the data of parts and like the tech tree and whatnot. That stuff's really easy. That's just like, I mean, well, if you're good with that stuff, but making like parts and stuff with I'm just not great. I'm just not good enough at modeling with like Blender and whatnot for that just yet. If I could get someone else who's really good at modeling, have someone model all of the parts for me, and I will do all their configs and files and stuff. Both names are alright? Alright. Good to know. It's always like my biggest fear with someone. Like with, I think Frank Cirque the other day is the first time I said his name, and he's like, oh my god, you're one of the first people who said my name right, so. I always get a little anxious and I'm going to mispronounce it. I'm going to watch it from here from now on. Customize, I've barely got a custom flag to KSP. It's fine. Whoa. Oh, no. I don't want a mud encounter. Okay. You know, that would have been a good idea doing a custom flag for this, but at the same time, I kind of like sticking to with the theme of this series being so simplistic to just plant a flag everywhere, no mods, just simple KSP stuff. I almost like just using the standard, like, stock KSP flag. It just has, like, a feel to it, you know, for something like this. Alright, there's an escape trajectory. Let's say bye-bye, Kerbin. Actually, before I do that. R1. Kerbal. Okay. Warp up. Not gonna lie, I'm hyped for KSP2 with all the content we've seen from the creators in early access. It seems amazing. I don't actually have it yet. I definitely will get it, but I'm actually kind of holding off on it specifically to give me more motivation to do this. And a lot of the things like with performance and whatnot, it does seem iffy, but it's also an early access game. You gotta remember, it's probably not super optimized. I think like the first update we're getting is a ton of like terrain quality stuff. Some of the big sources of lag, and obviously tons of the bugs will get fixed pretty quickly here. Obviously now that they have a giant community out for it, they're able to get it, you know, more feedback, but I'm very excited on some of the features we're going to get. And I might even do a series on here with some of the features like that, with like resource refining and launching, building rockets and colonization and interstellar. Because, trust me, there are mods for that. Planets are cool, but try and land on those unidentified objects. Asteroid landings are hard, and I've actually never done anything with an asteroid. Alright, we're about to escape Kerbin. You ready? You see with KSP2 is our new with explosion. Ooh! 12 RAM is my minimum. Or is minimum. I have 24, and then that's weird. It's usually have like 4 or 8 or 16 or 32, and it kind of doubles from there. I have 3 8 gig sticks. which people are like, well, that's weird, but I figured, well, I can just get more RAM. Well, my computer came with an 8 gig stick. I bought another 2-pack of 8 gig sticks, and I just figured, well, I'll leave the other one in. Bye, Kerbal, never see anyone again. We will bring them back. I mean, the Mars mission, or the Duna mission, we did bring them back. It just took a little while. We have communication still. Save. Okay. Let's head to the tracking station. We are, what, like an hour? Almost an hour into the stream now. And we still haven't gotten there yet. But it is okay. Okay, let's pull up that date again, because I forgot what it was. I believe I tapped it into my notes. Year 7 and day 39. Actually, no, I'm gonna try... No, I want to fly this. Fly the transfer stage. I want to fly it, because I think I want to create a maneuver from here. Counting my name 2 different ways is fine, but I'm confused about. Some people call me archery. I mean, I get it similar, but no second R. Yeah. That's like, it's like syrup and syrup. Don't want to get political here. Don't want to get angry. Don't want to get angry, okay? I won't say how I think it is, but syrup is understandable and syrup is understandable. But something like caramel and caramel, it's caramel. There are 2 A's. Caramel just cuts out that second A. Like that one is statistically, like, factually improper. So, you know, just saying. Sorry, that's a rant that I have quite frequently with myself. I get angry. Easy Simon, how can you spell it wrong? Throw a C after the S. Make it like Simon, like science, like SCI, like science. 2 minutes, 35 seconds. Alright. Let's make a maneuver to Eeloo. To its orbital height. Go a little bit past Jewel. All these unknown objects are clouding my view. I can't see anything. I didn't want to. Urgh. Hold on. I'm gonna make it out here. That's far enough away that I can, yeah. Alright, we will burn out to Eeloo. Set it as our target too. What if I go... Can I bring it up in orbit? I wish it could show us where Eeloo would be at the time of this burn. To 2,700 meters a second. Hold on, I need to pull up a Delta V map because that feels much higher. Delta V map. Pull up the dark mode one because I'm cool like that. And Eeloo transfer is only... That's weird. Shouldn't be that much. We have the extra few. Oh! Is that Jewel? No! Oh, I thought we were gonna do it. Caramel is the correct and only way. I agree. You are from Denmark? I am not from Denmark. very, 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 very American over here. That was, sorry, very American. We are very American. We do things the American way. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. I feel like the Eeloo burn was somewhere around here. I don't actually know how this calculator works. If you see Slovak, we can talk. I do not, unfortunately. Of all the languages out there that I want to learn, like I take Spanish in school, but I'd love to take German. Unfortunately, our school system doesn't offer it, which is annoying, but it is what it is. Friend from Denmark, he talks some Danish to me. Gotta admit, speaking Danish sounds like someone choking. I, I can kind of understand that, I suppose. Add a maneuver. Change the inclination of this thing to go down. I wonder if that will get us. That's too much down. And now if I do that and grab this maneuver node. I can't zoom in on it. There we go. Put it like that. Oh! That's Jewel. I can't for the life of me get an encounter with Eeloo, and I don't know why. This is weird. Yes, I love German. Just know it well. I don't know. I don't even know why I really want to learn German. It's just an interesting language, and I also kind of like the culture there. Eeloo has to be like the hardest place. Okay, I have to watch a video now just to do it. I can't do this. How to get to Eeloo? I need to know. Volume's loud. Wait, where does he tell you how to get there? Okay, so what I am gathering. So what if I launch window planner, origin? Alright. I have a save here so I can come back here. I'm gonna load up to pre-transfer 1. Sorry, this is so slow. I'm just trying to figure it out. Germany's quite beautiful. Visited Berlin quite a lot recently. Really good place. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Don't talk about 1915 to 1945 in German history. Yeah, but you look at like old, like even like medieval Germany, like all the way up to like right about before that, and then also recently, I just think it's a cool place. Okay. So we have this quick save loaded. I'm sorry this is going to take me so long, but if I don't manage to get this done this stream, and I'm very sorry if I don't. I mean, I'm happy chatting with you guys, but it's not great content here. I will, if I can't get it done by the end of the stream, and well, I've still got like an hour, but if I can't get significant progress done, or if I can't get this encounter, I'll do it between streams. I will suffer through it, but that way I don't have to worry about constantly, like, keeping up with this and the stream and everything while trying to learn how to do it. Okay, so what did we say it was? Year 7, day 39. Let's get warping. Again. Should really make a quick save every time we do big warps, so I don't have to load back. But it's okay. Everyone once attempted a dual space station just for the fun of it. 30 minutes later, Tylo yeeted my station out of the system. Yeah, Tylo, is very big. It's hard to land on. It's great for gravity assist, and like you can capture in a duel just with a Tylo encounter. Very nice, but just with the Tylo flyby gravity assist. But at the same time, so I have big plans for the Jewel mission. I want to do a Jewel 5, so I want to do them all in one launch. I don't want to have to keep going back for, every moon, or, do one launch for, like, the small moons, one launch for Tylo, one launch for Lathe. I want to do it all at once. So that'll be probably how we finish off the series. Although it's 50... Well, no, it'll probably be that. Because I know Eve is, like, one of the final bosses, but I think that will be more... The Jewel mission will probably be nicer for... I think it'll be a more fun stream topic and content and stuff. I think that'll be a fun one to watch. But that'll need a lot of extra fuel and probably a lot of staging to get rid of extra tanks once they're empty and stuff. Plus, considering how different, I mean, I guess like if the lander can land on Tylo, it can land on all of them, but it'd have to like refuel each time it gets back up. So I'm gonna probably use multiple different landers for like specialized to each place. But I'm currently working on planning that out, considering how easy it is to get a Jewel encounter. That's not like... Actually, I think E was probably the hardest one just because of the inclined orbit. But, we'll talk more about it. You'll see more about it when we get there. I'm gonna slow down here. Fly this fella. And give it a quick save real quick to hopefully mean that we don't have to do that warping again. Save game. Proper timing. Cool. The pain when you try to calculate your delta V to get somewhere, then a few minutes later you realize you miscalculated, can't even reach out of Kerbin's orbit. I always over budget. Like the delta V maps tell you, I think it says it somewhere. They always tell you like exactly how it is. So for like I think on the delta V map it says to get from like Kerbin surface to Kerbin orbit, it's 34 400 meters a second. From experience, for the stages to get into low Kerbal orbit, I always budget 3,800. Between the fact that I set my orbits a little bit higher at 100 kilometers, as you can see, and that I screw things up a lot. I'll be real with you. So I like to have the extra fuel in case something, how do we say, it doesn't quite go to plan. All right, I'm gonna keep switching back and forth for a little bit here. I'm sorry. I know this is boring, but oh well. Went to miss an entire 0 on my Delta V, so I accidentally got to E with my first gosh darn stage. How do you... honestly, that's more impressive. I thought when I read miss an entire 0, I thought you were gonna say like, oh, I've needed 7,500 and I only packed 750. That's impressive, but at the same time, honestly, I want to know what that rocket looks like. I want to know how Kerbal it was to be able to get to Eve with the first stage. Because that sounds impressive to be able to get into orbit. Like a single stage. I mean, SSTOs are possible and whatnot, but single stage to orbit, and to escape, and then to get an encounter with Eve. That's a lot of Delta V. Just saying. Don't ask how I got there. I'm gonna ask, but more for science's sake. Alright, we'll leave it there, and we will go back to this. Okay, yeah, no, I plan to get to orbit, and I had half a fuel after deorbit. Every single science theory experiment on board. Orbit, I use 30, like I think I said, I use 3,800. It says you need 3,400, and that does account for atmosphere and everything. If you're going to do a low orbit, 3,400, 3,500 is probably enough. I budget always like an extra 100 to potentially deorbit the, the stage. And then a lot more than that in case I mess up on ascent or at some point. I also tend to rendezvous at this point a lot with my orbital launch vehicles. So there's a lot of orbital maneuvering required. Okay, let's try this yet again. I want to push this forward in orbit, just because I said so. Up in orbit. Grab it. We will... That is the wrong side, partner. Need you over here. Okay. So what I heard from this one was to create the maneuver node at... Oops. At your ascending node with Eeloo. I feel like I shouldn't be needing this much Delta V to get out there, but also getting a gravity assist off something is probably not the easiest. We're just directly ahead of our orbit. Grab it and spin it to there. It's better. Like, yeah, that's a lot higher, you see now. It's over there, and set Eeloo as our target. And then we create a maneuver node at our ascending node, it says. To go upsies and downsies. Forgot which one it is. But upsies? It's not upsies, it's downsies. How much Delta V is that maneuver? Because it won't tell me. Also, I'm not even getting close to an encounter, so I don't exactly know what's going on here. I need to play around with this one. Oh! I was just a little bit off. Oh! I think we did it. I think we did it. Okay. This is going well. Oh, there it was. Oh, we're doing it! Alright, you know what? We'll just leave it at that. I'm happy with that. I can fix that once we get there. Yes, okay. Downside, that's a 21-minute burn. Okay. Yeah, Rocky, sure, that's science fiction. We could. So that's something else. I know I said in this, like I said in the series, I want to plant flag everywhere, but it's also I want to just do stuff I haven't done and make a Kraken drive something that I haven't ever done. So there is something on the cards there. Just saying. We might do a Kraken drive after all this stuff. Maybe we Kraken drive out of the system just for fun. Scared by my own genius. Yeah, that's understandable. I would be scared of it too. Target. Coolio, dude. Look at this. I'm so talented, and you can't tell me anything else. This is going to be a monster burn, though. With this little TWR. Okay, save game. We have an encounter planned. Turn you off. Okay. Burn time 21 minutes. We'll do so 21 minutes of burn time and I can't warp through any of it. You guys are gonna legitimately have to sit here through 20 minutes, and considering how I'm going to 2 hours today, we won't land on Eeloo. So I mistitled the stream because I thought we were gonna get there. And maybe I will fix that right now. Or Kerbal. Here. We'll retitle it to Sending Kerbals to Eeloo. That way we haven't mislabeled it that poorly. And I don't have my titles on my thumbnails, so I don't have to change anything there. Okay. Let's... 21 minutes, I'm going to split that into like a 10-minute burn and a... Or it's like a 7.5-minute burn and a other bigger burn. So, like... I mean, hold on, I want to do like a 7-minute burn, right? So do it when the node is 3 minutes away, and then we'll push it forward in orbit. 3... We'll do it when it's 4 minutes away, I guess. This is probably a pretty terrible idea, but... because I don't really know what I'm doing. Okay. 3.5 minutes. We'll do it at 3:30 exactly, and then we'll go until it's T plus 3:30. Like that. Can't really see it that well, but it is a cool shot with the glow of the engines, especially if I get a shot from like there. Alright, just stop taking screenshots and I'll just... Create rocket from only one engine, random out of side fuel tanks, and asparagus refueling, and I'll see how much fuel I got. Asparagus tanks are awesome, but at the same time, you are going to run out of TWR at some point. It's just not going to happen. How the heck did I make a rocket with over 1 million Delta V? Dude, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out, because... Like, how big was it? Or was it... Or did you use nukes, or ions, or jets? Like, you use jets, you could make something with, like, you know... close to 100,000 meters a second. I haven't gone over that with jets. I'm sure you could hit it with jet engines, but I don't think that is the same as a rocket. So I don't know, man. Or until, no, it isn't. T minus, or T plus 3 minutes, 30 seconds. So, we have time. Okay. We're burning for a while. Someone spit something out there to talk about. Because it's going to be pretty mundane for the rest of the stream. So give me a good conversation topic. Sometimes I just go and lay in bed for 30 minutes and stare at a wall for no reason. But then I remember I didn't pause KSP and I'm somehow orbiting Jewel. I intended to go... Dude, something's wrong with your KSP, man. In like, every way. I would be concerned. KSP's pain can run better on my mobile. Oh, now I want to try that. I don't know how you'd port KSP onto mobile. I mean, obviously you'll have to figure something out for controls and stuff, but how would you, like, just getting the software onto it? Because I'm curious if it would. Like, I mean, I'm sure you could, you know, do, like, the math or whatever to figure it out just based off your specs, but somehow got to Eeloo instead of Duna. That is more understandable because you would have, because, like, going to Duna, you have to raise your orbit, and you get to Eeloo, you have to raise your orbit, although actually that's not understandable because of how much struggle I just went through to get to Eeloo, but, getting to Jewel when you went to go to Eve is one's lowering your orbit, one's raising it, so that, I don't get it. The video camera is too hard. Wish Nate will make KSP2 Pocket Edition. That's a terrible idea. I don't know, I just feel like it's like when they made Minecraft Pocket Edition, it kind of, like, and it still is, Bedrock is, like, the worst version of Minecraft. I'm sorry, like, it is factually worse. I mean, there are some features that it has that are better, but in terms of performance and stuff, it's just worse. The only thing that, the main thing I think that has better is the multiplayer's better, but back to KSP. Tell us about your stories, all your plans and stories about it. I won't reveal all my plans, but we can do stories, because I think both of you are new here for today. So we started off, in the first stream, I believe, we did all the, the simple stuff. The little tiny flea rocket, the first suborbital rocket. I don't even think I made an orbital rocket. I think the first rocket that I made that went to orbit was my Min-Miss mission, so, that was fun. Great thing to hinge everything on was the Min-Miss mission, which is very early with very low tech, so I had no way to get home. Sorry about that timer. Something going off there. We went to Min-Miss. Min-Miss was just fine. Mon was just fine. I've done those before, but that got me the tech to get out of the system and get to Duna, and Duna's landing was insane. I was like, so I've been trying to get cool shots, because I want to edit together at the end of this series, I want to edit together a cool little thing, like, to compile all the footage and screenshots I've gotten into the short little, compilation video, and so I've been taking, like, that's when I turn off my HUD and get these shots, the screenshots, and, like, things I can take video from. I tried to do that when I popped my parachutes on Duna, and then I realized That was only the drogue chutes, and it was like 2,000 meters over the surface, and going in at like Mach 3. So I had to just immediately pull the other chutes and fire my engines to slow down enough. And I stuck the landing on like a 10-degree angle from the ground. Like, I mean, I was like almost completely sideways to the ground, and I pulled it off, which is, I mean, that was pretty cool. Don't want to escape. I don't think I will on this burn, but tell us about the series, all your plans and stories. Okay. Just imagine if KSP had multiplayer. Will I build a missile launcher and I bet my missile launcher on Kerbal somehow end up on the Mun? Man, my KSP is some kind of drugs. It might be. I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, we'll cut the burn there and we will... Let's take this maneuver, and I want to push it forward in orbit, but I want to make sure that we will still get an Eeloo encounter. And we won't, which is wonderful. We will be escaping the system. How does that change it that much? What? Is it really that close to an escape trajectory? It can't be. Look at how high up that is. That's the highest possible orbit we can get. Or did I just have this really inefficiently? Maybe that's why it was taking so much Delta V before. Oh no, that's because it was trying to account for... I bet that's because I was trying to account for the stuff I'd already burned. But it was just moving all that to the next orbit. Come on. How far apart are you guys? You've got to, come on. When are we going to get an encounter here? This is Kerbal Space Program, not Kerbal let me click this button 1,000 times program. I want Eeloo periapsis. I want to lower that as low as I can get it. I'll do the rest in a bit. This is going to be a big burn, though. 14 minutes, and I can't do anything about it, so I really hope I don't dip into the atmosphere. But... halfway there. ... I'm getting so bored I'm having fun with the names of the quick saves. Remember I attempted to escape the system using Jewel as some sort of slingshot, but one thing maybe get captured in a Jewel orbit. Guess what that thing was? Does it begin with a T and with an O, have 4 letters, and those other 2 are Y and L? Because if it was Tylo, I'm not that surprised. Tylo is devious. He's a devious boy. He can be helpful if you know how to tame him. But he is 90% of the time... Look at this. This is where we have to start our burn. Up here. Dude, I don't know if I can... We're gonna dip into the atmosphere, aren't we? I don't know how to pull this off, because we need more trust-to-weight ratio for that. Considering how our periapsis is already dropping, this isn't gonna work. Oh well. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. I do think it'd be cool to do something like the Voyager probes and send something on its way out of the Kerbal system. I don't know if you can get science once you've left the sphere of influence of Kerbal, but I still think it'd be cool to send something out that far. Obviously, it wouldn't be crewed, it'd be a probe, and we don't have probe communication, so we would just basically be able to see the vessel. We wouldn't be able to interact and do anything with it. 95 kilometers, come on. It's going down pretty slowly. I mean, like, it's going down like 1 kilometer every like 5, 6, 7 seconds, but when is our periapsis? 6 minutes. I don't think we're gonna make it. That math doesn't check out to me. Oh, we're definitely going to be loading that quick save, I think. I'm just trying to think, like, how could we... As soon as that periapsis goes below 70 kilometers, if it does, I can't finish this. My masterpiece of a rocket with 1,000,000 delta V, however you did that. Yeah, I got it out of Kerbal sphere of influence in one stage and back in orbit, somehow magically was able to recover it. Are you hallucinating? Like, are we sure that this isn't a U thing and not a KSP thing? Can we be completely positive of that? Don't rule that out as a possibility. Just saying. I'm curious though. I kind of want to see some of these rockets. We might have some Kraken tech or some just game breaking and some other way tech that I may need to get my hands on. And I actually don't know if we're gonna dip into the atmosphere or not. Because of how close or how quickly we're going around here, but we'll figure it out. What should we talk about? Let's talk about what some of you guys. So, KSP2 obviously it was advertised with 3 really big features, right? Multiplayer, so being able to play with friends, which we do technically have. We can achieve all of these things in very rudimentary ways in KSP1 with mods. So there's a multiplayer mod I think it works, but I doubt that it's like perfectly stable. There's the other one we promised multiplayer. We were promised interstellar travel, which we can get in KSP1 with mods, which I might do actually. And we have colonization and stuff. And those things are those are like the big selling points of KSP2. And I have tons and tons and tons of plans of what I want to do with that. And I think I'll talk about them, I guess, as we go on. I'll weave those in. Many screenshots of it, and guarantee I have no mods, and whenever I try to load the rocket, my game crashes. So salute to the abomination that I made. Yeah, you better salute it. Don't go back to that. We don't want that. Try to remake it, it didn't work. I don't... Oh, our periapsis is going back up. Alright, this is the burn then. Our apoapsis height is negative. Oh. See, nerds, we're going to Eeloo. You need to send that stuff into like Danny2462 or something. What are my plans? So in the maybe it's the version I played on, I guess it was a one-time thing. Could have been. So in the what do you call it? Oh, okay, fine, just rotate back to how you were. In the cinematic release trail. So first off, both of KSP cinematic or KSP2 cinematic trailers, the announced trailer we got, a couple years back, and the release trailer we got like Friday, when it released. They're both cinematic masterpieces, and I love them. I love the way that they're done with the music, but in the release trailer, at one point we see them building the first colony with Dune in the background, and it's on, the moon, and the only moon Dune is Ike, so it's an Ike colony. And I thought that was an interesting destination. This is just, by the way, this is just going to turn into me just spouting random things and talking about random stuff, and you're going to deal with it, because there's nothing you can do to stop it. I just thought, I started thinking, what would be the best place to put a colony, still within the Kerbal system, that's easy to get to, and to at least, maybe you don't necessarily, once it's self-sufficient enough, you don't need to bring Kerbals back home to Kerbin, but at least to start getting stuff out there, it's not crazy inefficient. And I was like, well, pretty much no matter what you do, you're gonna have to get it out there somehow. And if you're gonna have to get it out there, look at this, we still have 1 kilometer a second to go. If you're gonna have to get it out there somehow, you're gonna have to, you're gonna want probably another, colony pretty close by. So I was like, well, why don't we do Minmus? If you put a Minmus colony down, Minmus has really low gravity, and it's really high up, and like, it only takes an extra like 100 meters a second to reach than the Mun, and it's very low velocity, or not even 100, it's like, yeah, it's like 100, I think, actually. It's very low velocity to circularize at it and land at it. Like, so launching stuff off of Minmus would be cost like nothing. So I was like, well, that'd be a good place to go to at least start. Maybe if you want to have it as like a sub colony towards going to another place in the Kerbal system. So you could have like, if you're building a colony on like on Eeloo, perhaps you could use the colony that you already have on Minmus to build stuff to send there, so you don't have to worry about using crazy large launch vehicles to launch it through Kerbin's atmosphere. All that work for escaping Kerbin and escaping the atmosphere. So that's like, that's like 4,500-ish meters a second of fuel saved by doing that per launch. So that's pretty good. Remember watching a video of an idiot trying to prove the Earth is flat, but he accidentally proved the Earth is round? Funniest thing I've seen this week. That sounds like something you would find on the internet, indeed. I feel like I might know what you're talking about, but... Jeez Louise, dude. This is gonna need, like, I feel like this would have... Because we're only halfway through the burn now, and we're already past our periapsis, and I feel like you would have need some kind of... I don't know, I would have been... some advanced algebra, or, like, calculus, quadratics, something to do that. But this is, or, like, iterative computing, because we didn't hit that dead on. This isn't the most efficient way to execute this burn. I might actually, once we're finished this burn, I might stop the stream. Or once we get our Eeloo encounter, so finish this burn and do the other one. If that doesn't work, I'll still stop the stream, but I will fix it and redo it in between streams. So tweet about the video as well, so I might have seen it there, I might have. I feel like there's something about KSP or KSP2 that I wanted to discuss. I don't know, if I were to assemble like a mod pack that was similar to not like identical to KSP2, but that was like the cutting edge of all the mods we have for KSP1. So that would be like all the best graphics mods and quality of life mods, which is I pretty much have right now for graphics mods and quality of life mods, with the exception of like. Make sure this is going well. Which I pretty much have for graphic and quality of life mods. But like all the best part mods, so like all like the more modern ones. So like I would use Interstellar Extended, but the near future stuff, all of Nerdy's stuff, and the our future technologies are just a more modern way of doing that. Tech tree, and then all the planets. So like. Outer planets mod to give us more destinations within just the Kerbal system to go to, but then also the something that adds other star systems, so like Galaxies Unbound. But if I were to make a mod pack like that, and that would definitely be a lot of working to make that work, I wouldn't just download all the mods and go with it. I would probably do a lot of tweaking to it. But if I did make something like that, and we're gonna stream it, would that be something you guys would be interested in watching? Like, would you watch that? I know I would, or I would play that, but... And if I got it well enough, I could distribute some of those patches, like, that make it work, or the instructions on how to install it, into like, the KSP forums. Yeah? I think I might do that. depending on how well KSP 2 is by that time. But my main deterrent, and this is one that most people aren't that upset about, and this one I'm not super upset about it. It's just I don't want to play KSP 2 right now because the way I love to play KSP, at least for the first time, is in progression mode, because you top into sandbox, which is what it is right now, and you just have everything and you don't understand how that goes. But if you hop into progression mode, it teaches you how everything works and what to do with everything. So that's kind of like that's where I want to start. But we don't have progression. That's the first major update on the roadmap they have. Remember thinking my physics class, one time our teacher brought up a screenshot from KSP. Oh, I love your physics teacher. Your physics teacher is awesome. I was sitting there giggling. Thank God my teacher didn't hear you giggle. I think he should have heard you giggle. Wonder if he plays KSP. So, believe it or not, this year I have a couple of teachers who are play games. If any of them are watching, hello. I'm here. I'm streaming. We're burning. We've been burning for 13 minutes. I'm getting bored as I'm slowly descending into madness with chatter. But, yeah, that actually just about sums up what we're doing right now. I've been burning for 13 minutes and I'm descending into madness. Although, we are getting there. We have about 300 meters a second of burning left to do. I wonder when these guys get empty. They're only halfway. Okay. I don't even know if we're actually going to have to stage those off. At some point, or not. So watch something on YouTube while you wait, I guess. I can watch something on my phone as well so I won't miss it. I would, but I know if I do that, I'm going to screw something up or forget or miss something important. I'll just chill here. Sometimes being left alone with my thoughts is nice, and heck, I can use you guys as a way to vent some of those thoughts. Although a lot of them are pretty insane. A lot of them are pretty insane contraptions with KSP or other games that I play. I'm also looking at the possibility, because I've been playing this on it's first off, it is a pretty weird stream schedule. I've been doing every other day. Usually people do something by the week, like every Tuesday, Thursday, or every one day a week. But I have mine a little offset, which is weird. But it's just what fits with my schedule. But I am potentially looking at if I want to get into more variety content. And I love KSP, and I kind of want to stick to it, but I have some other games that I think would be pretty cool to play on stream. Even if it's just, a couple streams, see if you guys like it or not. Or even another KSP series. I could totally arrange for the schedule to be changed. And maybe I still stream every other day, but, it's on-off. Maybe the one stream is this, one stream is another game, or another KSP series. It's like the time I got to Jewel and I somehow aimed for Eve. Sounds like it. But, actually, quick save. It'd be annoying to lose 13 minutes of progress. KSP Deep Space music is just as nostalgic as the classic Minecraft music. It is. I've actually seen people using, I forgot some of the KSP music in, other YouTube content that's completely unassociated. And I didn't realize it was that popular. And I don't want to say it makes me upset or angry. It's just when I hear it, I'm just like, I know that music's from Kerbal Space Program, and everyone in the room looks at me like I'm insane, which I am. But surprisingly, our orbit is actually following where I want it to go. We're almost there. Almost. I've talked a lot this stream. She had a sip of water. That is surprisingly one of the things I forgot to get before I started the stream. But we're gonna call it soon, so I think what I might do is get captured at Eeloo, and we'll call it there. Got some time, but I can't leave to do it now because the burn's almost over. How much DWR does this stage have? 0.20. Probably started as close to like 0.15 or something, so we burned off a significant amount of the weight in fuel. I can relate. Many of my friends think I'm insane. Jokes on them. I've been putting bleach in their coffee every day. That is you. That's a step too far. Say it cleans up, so I guess it'll clean up the kidneys. That's not how that works. That, I mean, I know you're joking, but like that's still, man, that's a little bit far. Even I don't use bleach. Get demonetized before I'm even monetized in the first place. Alright, we should be getting an encounter at some point here. I hope it's not too far, because that's going higher. But I guess it's because of this burn. So we will save game. And I guess we will... We escaped yet? We over the sun? Just look like we are. In space high. It's warp. Add a maneuver. Okay. I do have a bunch of quick saves, so if I made a mistake, I can roll back. I feel like I saw a flicker there for a sec. Oh, yeah, right there. I did see a flicker. I wasn't going crazy. I mean, I already am, but not again. Ah. Who's that encounter with? Wait, where is that encounter? Oh, with Kerbal. Again. It looks like it's on the way back down, though. Does look like I screwed up. Because I don't have the closest approach with Eeloo. Oh, now I do. Oh, no, it went away. No, come back. This is a big burn, though. Oh, that looks like an encounter almost. Oops. There we go. Something tells me that 100,000 kilometers over Eeloo is pretty high. Us two are pretty close in subs. I haven't checked. I usually check after the stream. Hi, I'm back. Hello, Amogus. It's been an hour and 50 minutes of figuring out how to get to Eeloo. We haven't even gotten there yet because that's how criminally insane I am. Don't mind the red thing on me, it's just ketchup. Okay, I wasn't gonna ask, but now you're making me kind of want to. That's another 1,000 meters a second for burning. How much does it cost to capture? I hope it's not too much. Hold on, where's that tab with the Delta V map? Eeloo. No, it's 1370 to capture, but we have some in that after we jettison those, and then... Dude, I hope we can get back home. I'm tempted to, if we screw up, I might just revert back to like the quick save or whatever. That's where, you know, where I can fix the mistake. But at the same time, it's tempting to make a rescue mission, but a rescue mission for like an orbit that's gonna end up like this, I don't know if I want to make that. But I overpacked in fuel, and good thing I did, because I'm gonna need it on the way there. Not even on the way back. Thousand-meter-a-second burn. Luckily, this one isn't as bad. Oops. Well, I missed the start burn indicator. We'll be fine. It's only like a minute, and it's in the scale of solar orbit. Take one like the, yeah, like there. And then we will watch it from this angle and get a shot. Might seem crazy and random, but if it's gonna last for 8 minutes, and I mean, we're at an hour 53. I think when this burns over, we're gonna, when we have that encounter with Eeloo, we're gonna call it. Kills yellow Amoga secretly. Okay, buddy, I'm gonna have to hit the emergency meeting button. I'm gonna report that body. Just because you let inside information slip, don't mean you're gonna get away scot-free, pal. Although, to be fair, building a service base and/or space station is something I haven't ever done in this game. However, building them, because we don't have a lot of parts towards those, building them without mods might not be that fun, so that might be something I save for the modded series. I could totally keep doing this and keep running this for, you know, the next, you know, until we finish it, but start up the modded one alongside this. So this one would be about 10-ish streams ahead of that. I'd have to do a lot of start. Actually, I'll start working on the modded one now, because that might take like a week or two to get ready, you know, to play. I've got a lot of, I usually love to like customize where stuff goes in the tech tree to balance out progression a little bit. So I think I'll start working on that in my free time, you know, when I want to. And I guess we can get streaming that or something else. I will test out at some point streaming another game. I've got a couple that I'd love to play. Some other space games, like Satisfactory. I have, that's not a space game, obviously. But that one could be fun on stream. Building and designing factories on stream. Satisfactory. Space Engineers is a small game you probably haven't heard of. It's a pretty small sci-fi space game. Like, this is like a realistic style space game. Space Engineers is more sci-fi, but you can do a ton of stuff. Stormworks, I believe I've streamed Stormworks before and Railroads Online before on this channel as well. Steals a small noodle, so I'm gonna steal some noodles in the cafeteria. I love how this is what we're doing for entertainment, is ratting on people for stealing a small, as he said, a small noodle. This is how bored we are. Sorry if you can hear the dogs in the background, they're barking at something or other. It was Arky. No. Does Moho have an atmosphere? Because I know Mercury in real life has an atmosphere, but does Moho? This is a random off-topic question. Well, I guess it's on topic, but off-topic from what you guys have been talking about. Does it? I don't know. I don't remember. Actually, I don't, not that I wouldn't remember. I just don't know. I've never been there. I don't think it does. He was in cams, he saw you. This has gone from KSP to Among Us, all because of his username. Vote Archie out, believe me, I am gonna vote myself out, because I don't want to have to be a part of this. See you, nerds. That is a strategy I bet you didn't see coming. You guys can handle this amongst yourselves. Or just suck it up and, you know, deal with it. Just move on. That's it, I'm smashing the window open. If you're going down with me. Alright. What's y'all favorite food? That's a great question to move the topic on. I mean, so first off, I'm a big food person. I will eat almost anything. And I enjoy eating just about everything. A good old slice of pizza, that is a great choice. I like everything from just about every cuisine. Or at least all the big major ones. You know, I love me a good burger. Sometimes you need good burger, sometimes you need good pizza. Good pasta dish is always nice. But like my favorites, I like hamburger, respectable choice. I like hamburger too. Some of my friends, if they're watching, might get that joke. Saying burger when the conversation is dead has become a kind of a joke with me and my friends. I like sushi, and I know some people are like, ew, raw fish, or, you know, even if it's cooked, ew, cooked fish and rice, it's weird. And I know it's expensive and it's outlandish, but it's yummy. I like it. Prefer more mac and cheese. Reminds me of my grandma's cooking before she passed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But grandmas always cook best. Unless you have my dad, who has a culinary degree, and he cooks pretty well, but he also doesn't cook that often. But you want something good, he can whip up something from what little is in the cabinet. He's impressive. Never break pasta. The pasta king will kill you. Stay safe. No, the Italians will come after you. Actually, I don't know if that's true. If there's something with breaking pasta and the Italian people being angry, but I can't remember if it's that they want you to break pasta or they don't want you to break pasta. But either way, no offense to the Italians, it was a joke. It was a joke. Would you say the impasta would kill you? Search up impasta on Google. There's a funny image. It's like an Italian flag Amogus boy with a chef hand pasta in a dish, and it's so stupid, but it's so funny. I am surprised though. This is stream number 8 in the series, and first off, we're going to Eeloo with an almost completed tech tree. We'll probably have a completed tech tree after this mission. I wouldn't be surprised. And second, I've never gotten this far in a series, or even a stream series. Stream series, highest I've gotten is 2 episodes a couple times. Or 2 streams, which I don't actually get, because streaming I feel like is easier to get on and stream than it is to get on and record and edit, because that's a much bigger process. I haven't uploaded an edited video in a while. I'm trying to figure out how to get better at that stuff right now. But like, getting to 8 streamed, like I did a 3 episode series on Farm Sim 19 a long time ago. I got the save to work. Oh boy, I want to see this. Like, I really want to see this. Please get me some evidence. I don't know how you can share it with me. I don't know. I really want to see that, because sounds very impressive. Wonder if you can get the craft file and post it to Steam or Kerbal X or something. Oh. Eeloo periapsis. Boom. We have an encounter with Eeloo. Oh, we did it, and it's on the way down, but it's okay. Alright, let's take a couple saves. Bit number 1. En route to Eeloo, finally. Okay. So that whole stream was literally just to get to Eeloo, or just to get an encounter with Eeloo. And it's 2 hours now. I think I'm gonna call it here. I'm sorry. It was fun. It was amazing chatting with you guys. I'm very happy. I had some fun conversation, but I am gonna head off now. So real quick before you leave, quick agenda for next stream, which will be, jeez, what day is it today? Tuesday. Next stream will be Thursday. We're en route to Eeloo, which means we will circularize really quickly. We will land and return and rendezvous, and that is as much as I can guarantee because chances are I will definitely have school on Thursday, so it'll probably have to be a shorter stream. And then, trying to think. If I have time, obviously we'll get them back home. Otherwise, that'll be the stream after that. But if you guys want to come back, obviously keep an eye out with notifications, or just, check in every now and then. Usually stream at around this time on weekends, or, the occasional day off. I will stream, starting when I did today, depending on where that is in your time zone. Otherwise, check out, not last stream, but like stream 6, when that start. Actually, I don't know if you can see that. I usually start, I would actually be starting about now. So I'll probably start about now, this time on Thursday, depending on where it is for your time zone. But I'm going to head back to the Space Center, because that is this mission wrapped, or not wrapped, but that's this stream wrapped. So I appreciate all of you guys, everyone who tuned in, for coming and stopping by. Those of you who did chat, those of you who didn't chat, I can see there were a couple of you that weren't chatting, but you were here, and I appreciate the support. I love it. I love the engagement today. We've recently been chatting up a lot more. So thank you guys for tuning in, sticking around, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good one, everyone.